Hello, good evening, and welcome to another late night amateur soda pop review, another Who Needs Sleep edition. Tonight we'll be tasting the second of three flavor varieties of the Coca Cola with coffee. Tonight we'll be looking at the vanilla flavor and see how that goes. Um, my first thought is that, of course, in my experience, a vanilla latte usually has a little bit more sugar in it than a standard latte or even a mocha, um, because really, what does vanilla taste like? So my thought is maybe they just decided to disguise it and or decided that what vanilla tastes like? Sugar. Let's add more of it. Let's make it sweeter than normal. Of course, glancing at the can label here, we're still only at 70 calories for the 20-ounce can, so I don't know that they've really added that much because, of course, one spot where vanilla flavor doesn't necessarily mean extra sweetness is in soda pop. You try a vanilla Coke, vanilla Pepsi, and it's really about the same level of sweetness as the regular Coke or Pepsi. So again, we'll give this a try. Well, I guess we'll see if the vanilla will add any um, nuance to the coffee flavor of the dark roast variety, or as opposed to the dark roast variety of the Coke with coffee. So here we go. Okay. Mm. Yes. Okay. Well, this does have the same mouthfeel. I mean, it does have the same mouthfeel as the dark roast Coke with coffee. The vanilla serves to tamp down the that smoky, woody coffee flavor of the dark roast variety. Um, so while you can still kind of it is of course still sweet and fizzy like a soda pop, but less so. And underneath it is what can I say? A fuller body, a smoothness, and still a little bit of that coffee bitterness is going on, and somewhere in the middle there is the vanilla. Mm, mm-hmm. That's something that was understated. Was that the excuse me? While it still has a distinct fizz, it is not as sharp as, say, certainly not as sharp as a Dr. Pepper, um, or even a regular full blown soda pop. Um, but it's not quite as smooth as, say, a Code Red. So it's still pronounced. As I look at the color, we're still having. I'm sorry, I move it out of this frame here so I can put it against the light. We still have a. Seems to be dark, but it's little more translucent, not quite as opaque as the dark roast variety. Um, mm, hmm. I seem to say that after I sift this. I'm just trying to define this a bit more. Focus on like the mouthfeel and the nuances of the flavors here. Would it be weird to call a soda pop full-bodied? Um, this certainly, maybe it's the coffee that is adding a sort of a fullness to the texture of your typical soda pop. Now, this definitely tastes more like uh, Coke than coffee. And again, it's probably because the sweetness of the vanilla, what have you, is making it more like a vanilla Coke than a vanilla latte. Yeah, The vanilla is there, but it's subdued. As vanilla itself is a very subtle flavor, it's very hard to, in my experience, find an actual full vanilla flavor. In fact, we've taken vanilla for granted. If we want to describe something as uninteresting, we call it vanilla or standard. And so it's difficult to find something that really has a full vanilla flavor. One of the exceptions that leaps to mind is the vanilla custard from Culver's and other custard places where they can actually bring forth the vanilla rather than just having it being a plain sweet milky thing like vanilla ice cream. You don't really think of it. It's sweet and creamy like ice cream is supposed to be. You don't really think about it really having any flavor on its own. Whereas a good vanilla custard, you can actually really taste it. Excuse me. Um, Vanilla soda pop, on the other hand, is kind of they're at, you expect the caramel y flavor of the cola nuts, so the vanilla is added on to that. And they tried to do that here, but I think what they wound up doing was actually just splitting the difference a bit more between coffee and soda pop and moving more toward a Coke. So uh, it's less like coffee and more like a soda pop. At least that's my take on this here. This is compared to the Coca Cola with coffee dark roast variety, which is kind of their plain um, unflavored version. So the question is whether I would take this over a regular Coke. Well, do I regular Coke or a regular vanilla Coke? And the answer is, I guess it's about a horse apiece. Again, it's um, well, the it is still quite tasty on its own, and um, it would certainly work well as just a soda pop to drink when you want a soda pop to drink. And the coffee would, of course, probably add a little additional pick me up if you're en route to some place or I need to stay up more. And the usual caffeine in a Coca Cola won't help you out there. Um, but would I take this over, say, a vanilla Coke? Well, I think I would. Um, certainly is has less sugar in it, as indicated by the calorie count here. Um, has a bit more caffeine, so I guess you wouldn't want more than a couple in one go, or even necessarily more than one. But uh, as to this versus a regular Coke, I guess it would depend on the situation. If I just wanted to sit down and enjoy a soda pop, this would be an excellent choice. If I was having a sandwich or something, I'd probably go with a regular Coke. Um, and if I was really thirsty and thinking I'm going to have more than one, I'd probably go with the regular Coke, mostly because I know I can handle that. Versus coffee tends to, as I mentioned in the other review, I don't drink coffee very often, so it tends to pick me up a bit more than a soda pop does. Um, so, all right, this is a little bit more like soda pop, a little bit less than coffee than the dark roast variety. So, if that's something that you're looking for, uh, give this a try. Uh, Thanks for watching, and you guys have a good night.